Now, a family from Derby have won a national award for their cycling. The Ball family are a family of 6 and have been named the Bikeability Family of the Year. The award recognises families who love cycling, show dedication to pedal power and inspire others to swap the car for cycles. Well, Mum Kate has disabilities, and since having their 4 children, 2 of whom are neurodiverse, the family have become committed active travel campaigners. The physical barriers and harassment they face while cycling motivates the family to fight for change, to enable more people to travel by bike, walking and wheeling. Well, Kate Ball has cycled in through the cold to join me this morning. Kate, a very good morning to you.
Hi, thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much for coming in. And also on the line, Emily Cherry is the CEO of Bikeability. Good morning to you, Emily.
Hi, good morning, Donna, and hello, Kate. Oh, so excited to be here on with you.
Hi, Emily.
Oh, Emily, I'm going to come to you in a second, if that's okay. First of all, Kate, just tell me a little bit about your family.
So there are 6 of us, 2 adults and 4 kids. And we ride most places. We've had a few years where that wasn't possible due to combining different people's disabilities, different ages, not having the right cycles and not having safe enough space to ride. But right now we're in a point where I ride an e-tandem with our daughter who's learning disabled, and everybody else can ride around. It's just great fun being able to do it, and it's just so convenient is the big thing. It means that the teenagers can get places by themselves. I'm not the permanent parent taxi, which is a really big deal.
And you said, because I just said, oh, thank you, because you cycled in this morning, and I said thank you, and you were like, actually, it was easier than getting in the car. That's a great mindset to have, and I think that's what a lot of people need to flip their mindset.
Yeah, I mean, it's about having the right kit. Not everybody is in this position. So it can be a really easy thing. You can pop down to Life Cycle and get a good bike that's been done up for £100 down on Siddles Road. Or if you need a clip-on hand cycle because you're a wheelchair user, that might be £5,500. So we really need funding and space for parking for everybody for cycling to make it easy.
Kate, do you feel safe on Derby's roads as a cyclist?
No. I get close past really regularly. There are places where I will go up onto the pavement and just ride at walking speed. So we make sure, if ever we go onto a pavement that's not supposed to be dual use, we'll go at walking speed really, really slowly and stop for any pedestrians that come along. And we absolutely won't do that if it's busy. But there are places where there's like a 40-mile-an-hour limit. There are roadworks, the cycle lane's closed. And it's just too dangerous to be on there, especially for the children. And, that's really difficult for teenagers. If they wanted to get out, they wanted to get to school, they want to go and see their friends. And you have to plan every single route really, really carefully. Like, you can ride down here, you can't ride down there. That's going to have pedestrians. You can't go there. You need to go this way. And even, quiet streets anywhere off-road, you don't want to be going down there at night, especially if you're younger or you're older or you're disabled or you're a woman.
Okay, but that still doesn't deter you, because you talk about it really, you talk about cycling really passionately. Is it a lovely thing to do as a family when the 6 of you go out?
Yeah, we're not often out, 6 of us. I mean, this is the thing. It means I'm not having to tow the kids around all the time. The younger ones do need accompanying, but the older ones go most places by themselves. And it's a big deal. You go out and you say hi to 5 or 6 different people when you're going along. It's really sociable. It's really friendly. You're out in the fresh air. You can hear the birds. It's just nice. Even coming down this morning, it feels like you're flying when you cycle in the dark like that. It's nice weather. It's not that cold. And I feel so much better getting here, just having had that fresh air than I would have done if I'd had to demist the car. I'd have been stressed. It would have been really it's much more fun cycling places.
Kate, it's lovely hearing you talk about that. I'm going to bring in Emily now. Emily Cherry, the CEO of Bikeability. Emily, how do you feel when you hear Kate talking about the real positives of cycling?
Well, I think you can hear exactly in what Kate was saying there why the Ball family are our first ever Bikeability Family of the Year. The passion and the enthusiasm and the commitment to see that cycling is just an everyday part of their life, despite the challenges. But absolutely, that cycling is the right thing for them as a family to be able to get around Derby. So that's exactly why we chose Kate, the kids, and Jeff. So really delighted to hear that.
What would you say to anyone who's listening now who lives in Derby? Kate's talked about the challenges of cycling, but also the positives as well. What would you say to anyone who's listening who has that feeling of, I know we should cycle more. I know it's something we should do. It's sometimes just taking that first step, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the most important thing that we talk about at Bikeability is about the confidence to cycle. And that's why we've got brilliant training. So we've got a new Bikeability Family course. We've got some free funded courses by Cycle Derby that you can pick up in the city yourselves. And that gives you up to about 3 hours time with a bikeability instructor together. And that will give you the confidence to both you as a parent, as a carer, and to help your children as well to cycle with confidence. So get some cycle training. We know that's the number one thing with road traffic and concerns as well, to really help you to pedal with confidence in and around the city and anywhere in Derbyshire. So come and get some training. That's what we're here for. If you look up Cycle Derby, they'll be able to help you with a Bikeability Family course.
Emily, that's very, very good advice, because I think you're right. I think, my son's done a bikeabilities course at school. I think he's done it. And he's much more confident than I am. He's 11 and I follow him sometimes and I'm like, my gosh. And he's like, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I know what to do. But what would you like to say to Kate? She's here listening. She cycled in for us this morning. What would you like to say to Kate?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, we always want to say thank you, because being an ambassador and a committed campaigner as Kate is, and I think we really want to say thank you to Kate for really raising those particular issues that are faced by children and families and adults with disabilities. We've simply got to get more funding in the system for the right level of infrastructure to support cyclists, but a real call out to all the providers of adapted cycles, to help charities like ours be able to give out more adapted cycles. So, but mostly thank you to Kate and her family, because what brilliant ambassadors, and we're so delighted to crown you our Bikeability Family of the Year.